Okay. Sorry. First question. Circle has a radius of 40 centimeters. Which of these is closest to its circumference? Well, all right, so let me use a circle. It has a what? A radius. So here's your radius, it's 40 centimeters. If I know the radius, I know the diameter. The diameter is double the radius, so 80 centimeters. Formula for circumference, c equals pi d. I could have used the other one, or c equals 2 pi r. Your choice. Well, you stick to c equals pi d. Pi times diameter. So circumference equals pi times the diameter, which is 80. So answer 1 would be 80 pi centimeters, right? You can leave it like that, but if you look at your multiple choices, they actually want you to multiply that. So if you take 80 times pi, and give me the approximate number, it's going to be approximately 251.33 centimeters. So which answer is closest to that? Obviously, D. Yep. Second one. Well, the second one here has 3 people doing the problem, and they have 3 different answers. So they want you to put their answers from the furthest from the exact answer to the actual closest to the right answer, right? So who is really wrong to here? Who is I want to say wrong, but just further away from the correct answer. So circle has a radius of 6. We want to find the area, so we know that in area. So let me just label that the 6 represents my radius. So we want area, so area we're going to use pi r squared, pi times r to the second power. It's not a half a circle, quarter circle, 3/4 of a circle, so I don't need to put that in front, so it's just a full circle. Area equals pi times 6 squared, area equals 36 pi, right? Because 6 to the second power is 36 times pi, done. So, and just because here I have some numbers that are not in terms of pi, I'm going to multiply that out. So for our second version of answer, the approximate one is 36 times pi. And that gives us 113.10 rounded, approximately, right? So the best answer is actually this. Did any of the 3 students write 36 pi? And one guy did, right here. Look, 36 pi. So that goes right here, closest to the actual answer. The second answer is this one. The best second answer is this, 113.10. This one is 113.10, but this one's 113.10 times pi. So this one, I don't know why he has a pi there, so I'm going to put this guy here. That's not really the right answer. This one is the approximate answer, 113.10, right? So the approximate version. So the best answer is this. The second best answer is this, and this one, I don't know what that is. I guess he multiplied, but he still put pi there, which he shouldn't. Determine if the relationship is proportional or not. So if you do the constant proportionality for k equals, let me write k equals y over x. K equals, in this case, let's use 8 and 4, 4 over 8. K equals a half, or I know some of you guys wrote 0.5, doesn't matter. So times a half, times a half, times a half. True, 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 proportional. This one, not a straight line, not proportional. 1 times, what's the constant proportionality? Here's my constant proportionality. And you can prove it, because 1 times 2 pi is 2 pi, 3 times 2 pi is 6 pi, and 4 times 2 pi is 8 pi. Proportion. Okay. So far, so good. You have, this one. What is the question talking about? Is it talking about the circumference? Right, remember, circumference, if you take a circle, circumference is this part, right? The distance around the circle. So this is your circumference, right? If you were to measure that with a ruler, that's circumference. The area is the space inside, right? The amount of square units inside a square. So inside would be the area. And the blue is your circumference. The amount of glass in a circular window. So think about your car. Well, I guess some type of window. And how much glass is being used. So that would definitely be talking about the area. The number of tiles needed to go around the circular pool. So here's your swimming pool. So how many tiles, right, do you need to go around the pool? Right, so that's definitely circumference. The amount of paint needed to paint a circular tabletop. So if you have a table and you want to paint here, so that's definitely talking about area. The distance a toy car travels around the track. So here's your toy car, and it's traveling around this track. So that's definitely talking about circumference. Uh-oh. 5, complete the table. Well, let's complete the table. So here, they give you the radius, and they want you to find a circumference. So let's do that for the first one. So here's a circle. The radius is 1. The radius is 1. We can draw a diameter and say the diameter is 2, right? Diameter is 2. So C equals pi times diameter. C equals pi times 2, or 2 pi. So when the radius is 1, so if you have a circle and the radius is 1, the circumference is 2 pi. Repeat the process. This time the radius is 2. So here's a circle. Radius is 2, which means the diameter is double that, 4. So right, diameter is 4. C equals pi times diameter. C equals pi times 4. Or better yet, 4 pi. Third one, what happens when a circle has a radius of 3? So this circle has a radius of 3, which means the diameter is 6, yeah? So C equals pi times diameter. C equals pi times 6, or better yet, 6 pi. So when you have a circle and the radius is 3, to walk around it, it's going to take you 6 pi centimeters, or whatever units. Okay. Is this proportional? Well, is it? Well, the unit rate is here. This is my unit rate right here. So that means that the constant proportionality is 2 pi. So let's see if 2 pi is true for the other ordered pairs. 2 times 2 pi is 4 pi, check. 3 times 2 pi is 6 pi, check. So this is a proportional relationship. So make sure you explain it for full credit. 2 things you want here, the area and the perimeter. Let's start with the easy one. Perimeter. Take a walk with your dog all around this shape. That's what you're doing first. All right, so let's do the easy part, the simple part. Here, take your dog, walk from here to here, that would be 4. Walk from here to here, it'd be 8, and from here to here would be 4. So just thinking about those 3 parts, you get 4 plus 8 plus 4. So you walked 16 units. Hopefully you're okay. Now, you have to walk this part here. Right? And I hope you understand that this is half the circumference of a circle. So you're going to go C. I'll do here. C equals pi. Right? So to find how much you walk around the full circle, it's C equals pi times diameter. But this is not a full circle, it's half. So that's why we put the half in there. C equals half times pi. Let's find the diameter. Well, imagine a line that's going across. So imagine you're standing on this side and you walk through the middle. Here's the middle, and went to the other side. How much did you just walk? It would be 8 units. So the diameter is 8. In your calculator, multiply half times pi times 8. It's going to give you something pi. What's half times 8? 4 pi. So this little half a circle, semicircle that you walked is 4 pi. So let's put this together. So if you took your dog for a walk, you would walk 16 units, right? The straight lines, and the semicircle, 4 pi units. Let's do the area. I erase this. Area is the space inside. So we're talking about this, the area inside the shape. We're going to decompose this into 2 very familiar shapes. Hopefully. I think I'm getting sick. So, two shapes. First shape is this rectangle. That should be the easy part. Okay, you have a rectangle here. I draw it out. And we know that this measures 4, this measures 8. Let me bring the circle this way. What's the area of this rectangle? Well, that's easy. 4 times 8, 32. So notice that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. 32 square units in there. So we've done that. All right, 32. Ugh. And then we have, I need to find the area of this circle, but it's not a full circle, it's half a circle. Do a better job drawing. Yeah. So to find the area of a circle, I need the formula a equals pi r squared. I need the radius. So what's the radius? The radius is from one edge of the circle towards the center. So think here, towards the center. That's the radius. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So we know that the radius is 4. Now I'm ready to use my formula. Oh, so I forgot. Well, actually, that's the area of a full circle, right? And it's the area of a half a circle. I put the half in front, times pi, times r to the second power. Area equals half times pi. Radius is 4. Let's raise that to the second power. Area equals half times pi times 16, because 4 to the second power is 16. Now let's multiply half times 16, and you get 8 pi. So this half circle has an area of 8 pi. My final answer is the area of the rectangle, which was 32, plus the area of the half circle, which was 8 pi. And what's the units? Units to the second power, whether centimeters squared, feet squared, but this is my final answer. Brielle needs to paint the bottom of 2 pools. Okay, 1 can of paint. Here's the bottom of her pool. So we know that 1 can of paint covers 125 square feet. This is no different than the grass question we did. So pool A is a circular pool with a 24 feet diameter. So her diameter is 24. If the diameter is 24, we automatically know that the radius is 12. So let's find the area of her swimming pool. A equals pi r squared. It's a full circle. A equals pi times 12 squared. A equals pi times 144. So it's 2 answers. One we can say it's 144 pi. I'm going to need the other one. So 144 times pi, it's about, right, so the second answer is about 452.39 square feet. Now, here is the can of paint. It's 1 can of paint. I can paint 125 square feet. So will I need more cans of paint? I will definitely need more cans of paint. So I'm going to take 452.39 and I divide that by 125 and see how many cans of paint I need. So if you do that, your answer ends up being about 3.62, about. You can't go to Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever hardware store and ask for 3.62 cans of paint. So you are going to round this and say,
Miss Ong, can you please come to the main? Miss Ong, please come to the main.
And say, I need 4 cans of paints. Paint, 4 cans of paint. Okay. B, what is the fewest number of cans of paint? Oh, we just answered that. Okay. Is that it? C. Pool C has a diameter of 48. Okay, so let me draw that. Which means that the radius is 24. Brielle says that twice the amount of paint is needed to cover the bottom of pool B. So with pool A, we needed what, 4 cans of paint for pool A? Let me write that right. Pool A, I needed 4 cans of paint. And she's saying for this pool, this is pool B, I need twice the amount. Well, twice the amount means 8 cans of paint. Let's see if that's true. Area equals pi r squared. Area equals pi 24 to the second power. 24 times 24, which is 24 to the second power. I have no idea because I can't see anything because the lights went off. That equals to 576 pi. Right, but I'm going to multiply that by pi. So answer 1, 556, or approximately, turn the lights on. Approximately 576 times pi. It's going to give us 1,809.56 square feet. Right, so she's saying I need double that. She's saying I need 8 cans of paint. Well, I forgot how much. Let's see, hang on a second. Figure that out. 1 can of paint. So if you scroll to the top, 1 can cover 125 square feet. So she's saying I need 8 cans of paint. Well, let's see if that's true. So take 1,809.56. Let's divide that by 125. And actually, 14.48 cans of paint. So BL says twice the amount is needed to cover the bottom of pool B's. No, you actually need much more than twice the amount, 8 cans, which is 8 cans. You need 15 cans of paint. It's a little weird. Yeah, well. Is there more? No, that's it. All right, so just double check your answers, make sure you've done this correctly.